Lucifer, who was once considered the leader among all angels but rebelled against God, has raised many questions over the years. Why did God create a bad devil? How does Satan operate through others? And, most importantly, why did Lucifer choose to rebel against God? In this video, we will try to understand Lucifer's plans and find answers to these questions. Lucifer, the Shining One. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, and with them, he created the angels. Among these heavenly beings was Lucifer, a beautiful and wise angel who was placed in a position of honor as a guardian cherub. Lucifer was perfect in every way, with a bright and shining appearance that dazzled all who saw him. But despite his beauty and wisdom, Lucifer became proud and ambitious, desiring to exalt himself above God and take his place as ruler of the universe. He rebelled against God, leading a third of the angels in a failed attempt to overthrow the Almighty. In the book of Isaiah 14, it is recorded that he made a decision that would change the course of his existence. How you have fallen from heaven, morning star, son of the dawn. You have been cast down to the earth, you who once laid low the nations. You said in your heart, I will ascend to the heavens, I will raise my throne above the stars of God, I will sit enthroned on the mount of assembly, on the utmost heights of Mount Zaphon. I will ascend above the tops of the clouds, I will make myself like the Most High. Isaiah 14, 12-14. As a result of his rebellion, God cast Lucifer out of heaven and renamed him Satan, the adversary. Lucifer's fall is compared metaphorically to the fall of the king of Tyre in Ezekiel 28. You were in Eden, the garden of God, every precious stone adorned you, carnelian, chrysolite and emerald, topaz, onyx and jasper, lapis lazuli, turquoise and beryl. Your settings and mountings were made of gold, on the day you were created they were prepared. You were anointed as a guardian cherub, for so I ordained you. You were on the holy mount of God, you walked among the fiery stones. You were blameless in your ways from the day you were created till wickedness was found in you. Through your widespread trade you were filled with violence, and you sinned. So I drove you in disgrace from the mount of God, and I expelled you, guardian cherub, from among the fiery stones. Your heart became proud on account of your beauty, and you corrupted your wisdom because of your splendor. So I threw you to the earth, I made a spectacle of you before kings. Ezekiel 28:13-17. This comparison suggests that Lucifer's pride and desire for power ultimately led to his downfall and transformation into the malevolent being known as Satan or the devil. Despite being created perfect by God, Lucifer had free will and the ability to choose his own path, and besides being cast down, Lucifer did not lose any of his powers or abilities. He continues to use his intelligence, cunning, and power to lead a cosmic rebellion against God. His primary goal is to deceive humanity into following him by tempting them to make the same mistake he made, to love themselves and challenge God's authority. In doing so, he seeks to undermine God's plan for humanity and take his place as the ruler of the universe. Satan operating through others. The passages in Isaiah and Ezekiel offer a glimpse into the spiritual realm and reveal that the downfall of human rulers is not merely a consequence of their actions but also a result of a cosmic conflict between God and Satan. The I will statements in Isaiah suggest that the entity described was not merely a human ruler, but a supernatural being with a desire to exalt himself above God. This being was cast down to earth, symbolizing his fall from grace and power. In Ezekiel, the figure described as a guardian cherub suggests a supernatural being that had once been in Eden and on the mountain of God, implying that this being was not merely a human ruler, but a powerful entity in the spiritual realm. The figure described in Isaiah and Ezekiel is commonly identified as Satan, also known as Lucifer. As seen in Genesis, Satan is known to operate through others, as he speaks through the serpent to tempt Adam and Eve. In Isaiah and Ezekiel, Satan appears to rule through human rulers or possess them, using their power and authority to further his own agenda. This spiritual battle between God and Satan is reflected in the struggles and conflicts that occur throughout human history, as individuals and nations are swayed by either the influence of God or the influence of Satan. Overall, the passages in Isaiah and Ezekiel reveal that the fall of human rulers is not merely a result of their own actions, but is part of a larger spiritual conflict between God and Satan. These passages suggest that Satan, who was once a powerful and brilliant being created by God, rebelled against his creator and now seeks to lead humanity astray by tempting them to follow in his footsteps and challenge God's authority. Why did Lucifer rebel against God? But what could have motivated Lucifer to challenge the all-powerful and all-knowing creator? One possible explanation is that his intelligence also made him aware of his own power and abilities. He may have thought that he could defeat God and become the ruler of the universe. However, This hubris blinded him to the fact that God is infinitely greater and more powerful than any created being. Ultimately, Lucifer's rebellion was not only foolish but also futile. Thank you for your support and watch the video until the end. We look forward to sharing more insights from the Bible with you in the future. Feel free to leave a comment about the content and suggestions.